reach out, touch faith.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA Rookie Showcase, where we will see the top prospects competing for a top spot in the upcoming NBA Draft. This is Kevin Harlan alongside my friends Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg.
And Kevin, you know, this is a game I always look forward to. I mean, there's excitement and anticipation. There's such a great concentration of young talent. This really begins the process for these young men of kind of measuring themselves against the best players in the world. So I'm looking forward to it.
And keep in mind, guys, you know, scouts and GMs have watched these players all season long. So this game is very important, but it's really just one more piece of the puzzle.
The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups.
Well, guys, how about the anticipation for this year's Rookie Showcase? When you look in the stands, the celebrities, the stars, they're everywhere. You got press, scouts, GMs, and then you add in the players and the fans. I mean, the buildup and the excitement for this exact game, where so much riding on the performance of the
Too, Steve, you can really feel the buzz in the air. I mean, people have been talking about the players and what's to come of the upcoming draft, and there's an awful lot to be excited about this time of year. And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past, and for those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
Now here's Smart after the miss from Johnson. Vonleh setting the pick for Smart. There's the dish to Parker. And there's the feed to Vonleh. Backs him down. 6 on the shot clock. Smart with the ball. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And it's blocked by Gordon. Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Johnson. And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage. .114 left in the first quarter. Payton outside. Kicks it to Adams. Back to Payton. Dishes to Adams. Hood. And that misses. That would have put him up. Johnson goes in. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That's his third.
And you know, by the way, guys, I love the fact that this game is being held right here in New York. Talk about being the center of the media universe.
Well, Steve, I even saw some cameras flashing before the game taking pictures of you, my friend. You've reached celebrity rock star status even in your understated way, man. Unbelievable. And really, New York is the mecca for all things big. We know that. And the way the NBA has grown in popularity over the last few years and decades, no shortage of opportunities to get to learn about the league and what all of the teams are doing to try to up their chances for success in the upcoming season.
Johnson in at shooting guard. Embiid is out there with Randall. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Exum in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for the elites. Into Johnson.
Well, we knew coming in that he's a good playmaker.
And showing as much out here, really setting the table nicely.
The Stars trailed by 5. Smart kicks to Parker. It's Young on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Parker's shot is off.
You know, and the work he's been doing on the backboard, that's something to see.
And especially against this competition. I mean, he's showing he can bang down low.
You know, you look at this young man, the physical tools clearly there, length, athleticism, he's got a nice package.
You know, and so often for NBA decision makers, that's where it all starts. Some things you can teach, but those physical gifts are something you either have or you don't.
Here's Parker. After the made shot from Johnson. And Young kicks to Parker. And it's Parker again missing.
In a game that can affect your draft stock, bad timing to struggle like this.
Yeah, he's not helping himself, that's for sure.
And the basket by Johnson.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Here's Parker. After the made shot from Johnson. Young dishes to Gordon. And stolen by Wiggins. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
For the Stars, Payne, he's checked in for Embiid. McDermott comes in for Wiggins. And it's Ennis in for Exum. Out to Payton. And there's the pass to Gordon. Back to Payton. Pass to Smart to stop the run. And he gets the bucket.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The Elites leading by 8. Johnson with a screen on Payton. Ennis passes to Johnson. Shoots from 12. No good off the front iron. So it's the Stars now. Gordon with a screen on Johnson. Smart. Comes up empty off the pick.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close. And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
For most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Now here's Payton. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Hood kicks to Payton. Pass to Smart. Parker outside. Fades away. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Parker's got 4 points this quarter. Ennis off the pick from Johnson. Ennis kicks to Johnson. Parker with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Payton, and he slams it one-handed.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Ennis dishes to Payne. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Ennis. Passes it to McDermott. And the Elites get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Payton drives in. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. Parker's shot is off.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Payne. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Elites lead by 6.
Tell you what, he's making a statement out there.
Well, he's highly regarded, and rightly so. I mean, you can just see the potential.
Payton outside. He kicks to Parker. Back to Payton. He dishes it to Smart. He passes to Hood. This one for 3. And he gets it to go. Hood's got 8 points.
You know, I think he's opened some eyes with his performance out here.
Yeah, not one of the really big names here, but I think he's playing well.
Ennis passes to Payne. He feeds it to Ennis. Ennis off the pick from Johnson. The 10-footer. Rebound by the Stars. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Good. Gets the bucket.
Well, you've got to like the way he's been playing.
That's right, Clark. Competing at both ends of the floor, and he's showing the scouts what he can do.
Now here's Ennis. McDermott kicks to Johnson. Now the dish to McDermott. Shoots the three. Rebound the Stars. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Smart. Back to Gordon. The feed to Smart for three. Another three for the Stars. And it's the Elites with the ball. Here's Ennis. And the heave doesn't get to the rim. And the first half ends in a close one. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
How about Wiggins in this one? He has 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
On the court right now for the Stars. Parker out there with Gordon. Then there's Vonleh. Then there's Smart. And it's Stauskas in at the 2.
One of the things I noticed this year on my way into the big event here is all the glitz and the glamour. I mean, the arena's decked out. You got vendors outside, the limousines with all the celebrities coming to attend. Tell you what, I'm just glad I'm wearing my best outfit because otherwise I wouldn't have fit in very well.
Yeah, you look sharp, buddy. You are as sharp as they come. And as we were talking earlier on, the paparazzi and all those other folks making their way out. And because they're here, this has become one of their key events of the year here in New York. And that's saying a lot considering all that goes on in the Big Apple.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter.
Exum's shot is off. Smart with the ball. 6 points for him. Gordon with the screen for Smart. Vonleh with it. Now defended by McDermott. Smart kicks to Stauskas. Dishes it to Parker. The pass to Smart. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And it's 9 points for Marcus Smart.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively. And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
The Stars making a switch here. Young's checked in. The Elites have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. Parker sets the screen for Smart. Pass to Stauskas. Kicks it to Smart. The 19-footer is on the money. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
It seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Exum dishes to McDermott. Johnson up top. Pass to Exum. Feeds it to McDermott. Hangs home the trifecta. McDermott's got his first 3 points of the game.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Parker. He's got 6. Stauskas kicks to Gordon. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 12 points in the game.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Stauskas, the pass to Young. He kicks it to Smart. Another three for the Stars.
Three-pointer.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Down low, McDermott. And blocked. Adams dishes to Payton. Rebound collected by Levine. Levine's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. And here is Payton. 8 points for him. Passes it to Stauskas. Just 4 to shoot. Shot denied. Blocked again. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
So for the Stars, Vonleh comes in for Parker, and Gordon subbed in for Adams. Johnson with a screen on Payton. McDermott kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Embiid. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Embiid's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Stauskas, the pass to Hood. He feeds it to Payton. Here's Hood. He's guarded by Johnson. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 13.
And we touched on his draft stock earlier. It might be going up the way he's playing today.
I would agree with that. I mean, he's been something, hasn't he? Really competing well out there.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Payton, that's good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Stars.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And Steve, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And there's the rejection.
And Steve, I like what we're seeing from him defensively.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I mean, he's really taking on the challenge, and that's smart. I mean, scouts are looking at that as much, if not more, than what you do offensively.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Nice shot by McDermott.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages, good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 5 points now this quarter.
Good vision he's showing. When the defense collapses, he's making the right decision.
Well, that awareness and understanding, that's something scouts and GMs love to see.
Now, here's Exum. He passes to McDermott. It's stolen by Stauskas. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession for the Stars. Here's Vonleh. The dish to Adams.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention.
Clock at 6. For the 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Johnson in a 2-guard. McDermott is out there with Randall. Then there's Embiid, and it's Exum in at the point. That's the group on the floor for the Elites.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through. We had just 1 turnover in the first half, and he's already surpassed that total here in the second.
Stauskas is checked in for Adams. Payton dishes to Parker. Gordon with the screen for Parker. Outside Gordon. Payton drives in. That's good. And the Stars lead by 3. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You got to value the possession of the basketball.
Yeah,
I know you agree with that, Steve.
no, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Now here's Gordon. Back to Payton. The pass to Stauskas. Parker. Looking to end his cold spell. Payne grabs the board.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Johnson kicks to Exum. Exum off a pick from Johnson. Here's McDermott. The Elites again can't hit it.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Exum kicks to Embiid. Exum to tie it up. And that one's good. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Parker passes to Gordon. The feed now to Payton. Shot, high post. No luck. The Elites go the other way with it. Johnson goes in. McDermott. Back to Johnson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Payton dishes to Parker. Stauskas. Great open look there.
So you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Elites coach as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Smart. Dishes it to Parker. Misses the three.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Now, here's Smart. Pass to Stauskas. Kicks to Parker. All sorts of time, and he drops that one in. Now it's a 4-point Stars lead.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Exum with it. He's against Parker. Johnson kicks to Randall. Goes back up and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Good game for Johnson. 12 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
Yeah, and I think that's been important because it's established a nice defensive presence for his team.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a three to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
Here's Smart. The shot no good. Now the Elites take it the other way. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Exum passes to Johnson. Feeds to Randall. Banked in off the glass. 15 points for Johnson.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
They've been waiting for that one, guys.
Smart dishes to Vonleh. And it's good. And the Stars lead by 3.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now, here's Exum. Randall kicks to Exum. Randall with a screen for Exum. And the call will be against Julius Randall. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now, here's Smart. Pass to Parker. He kicks it to Smart. Parker sets the screen for Smart. Back to Parker. No good from outside. Johnson with it. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Now here's Smart with the lead pass.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Gordon with the screen for Smart. Pass to Stauskas. Found it!
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Randall.
A chance to tie it up, Bart.
A three would make it happen.
So a close game sees the Stars taking this one.
Well, you have to be excited for the upcoming draft after a game like that. A lot of talent on display in that game as the Stars get the win.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir.
Good game tonight. GM of the Magic here. We are strongly considering drafting you with the 12th pick in the upcoming draft, but we'd first like to ask a couple questions about how you'd fit in here before we take that step. First question. The team that we've built here in Orlando was built to win it all. Unfortunately, we keep coming up short in that endeavor. Obviously, it's difficult to predict the future, but I expect to see a fair amount of turnover as we work towards retooling the roster for another run. How comfortable would you feel coming into a situation where the roster is in a state of flux?
Oh, that's not a problem for me at all. To me, that just says that the people running the team want nothing less than titles. Plural. It would be an honor for me to play for a team like that. I want to win badly. So let's do it.
Okay, last question. This is a question we ask all our potential draftees, and I want you to answer it as honestly as possible. Where do you see your career going? What do you hope to achieve out of your career? Ultimately, what do you want your legacy to be?
Me? I want to be the greatest of all time. If anyone answers you differently, well, they're either lying to you or they don't have the competitive fire to be great. I don't want to be great. I want to be the greatest. I want rings. I want MVP awards. All of those accolades. I want people to talk about me 50 years from now. And they will. Just watch, man. I've got the fire. I've got the drive. And you know what? I'm ready.
Great answers. I really think you'd fit in great with us. Here's hoping we're able to draft you with our pick. Good job out there tonight. I really appreciate you giving us a few minutes of your time. We're picking 9th in the upcoming draft. We love what we saw in you and want to ask you some questions to see how well you'd fit in with us. Question number 1. If you were a GM, where would you draft yourself in this draft?
Honestly, I don't care about any of that. I want to play for your team, whatever pick it is. To me, it's not about going number 1 or going in the lottery. I want to go to a team that is a great fit for me, and I definitely think you guys fit that bill for me.
Next question. How important is it for you to be a lottery pick in the draft?
Honestly, I don't really care. I'm more concerned with going to the right team than I am going as high as possible. I want to play for someone who's going to utilize me to the best of my abilities. Someone who's going to use me to put the team into a position to win games. You heard?
Okay, I think I've heard all I needed to hear for now. You're definitely someone we can use on our team. Now we just need you to be available when it's our turn to pick.
Nice performance tonight. I'm GM and President of Team Operations for the Suns. We have the 14th pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. Talk about what you have to improve on as you make the jump to the next level. We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
My offensive game is still developing. I like to call it a work in progress, you know? I need to continue taking smart shots, basically take what's given to me. I think I'm coming into this league severely underrated, and I plan on using that to my advantage.
Let's see. One more question, if you don't mind. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
To be honest, that's something I haven't given much thought. Right now, I'm completely focused on my game and getting drafted in the lottery. Hopefully top 5, man. That'd be nice.
Okay, that's all I have. I love what I heard here. We would love to have you join us. We'll be in touch.
Good evening and welcome everyone to the 2014 NBA Draft. Tonight we celebrate a new generation of basketball talent making its way into the NBA. Their dedication and hard work have paid off, and this moment is the next step in their promising young careers. It is also a time of optimism and hope for our fans as their beloved teams look for that final piece of the puzzle. The selections that are made tonight will be viewed by millions of NBA fans around the world in more than 200 countries. Everyone is ready, so let's get started. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select
Andrew Wiggins from Toronto and the University of Kansas.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select
Jabari Parker from Duke University.
With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Joel Embiid from Yaoundé, Cameroon and the University of Kansas.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Aaron Gordon from the University of Arizona.
With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select
Dante Exum from Melbourne, Australia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select
Marcus Smart from Oklahoma State University.
With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
Julius Randle from the University of Kentucky.
With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Nick Stauskas from Mississauga, Canada, and the University of Michigan.
With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Noah Vonleh from Indiana University.
With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Elfrid Payton from the University of Louisiana Lafayette.
With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Doug McDermott from Creighton University.
With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Dick Johnson from the University of South Carolina.